everyone, I'm Shefali Sharma, a LLM student, and in today's video I would be discussing about the separate legal entity concept of a company along with its important cases. So as soon as a company, be it a public company or a private company, irrespective of its nature, as soon as a company gets registered under the act that is the Companies Act 2013, which is prevalent. So as soon as a company gets registered or incorporated under the act, it possesses a legal personality or a corporate personality. This is what the whole concept of a separate legal entity is. It says that on registration of a company gets separated from its members. A company and the members of the company are different and they both hold a separate legal entity or a legal personality. This rule or this concept is propounded under the two core important cases, that is, first is Solomon versus Solomon Company Limited case, and the second is Lee versus Lee Air Farming Company Limited. In the case of Solomon versus Solomon Company Limited, what happened is Solomon incorporated a company to take over its personal business. The personal business of Solomon was of manufacturing shoes and boots. There were 7 subscribers to the memorandum of the company, and all the 7 subscribers were the family members of the Solomon. Also, the board of directors of the company constituted Solomon as the managing director with all his 4 sons. Later on, the business was transferred to the company at £40,000, and the company came up to its winding up position or to its closure within a year. The time at which the company came at winding up, the state of affairs of the company were the assets, which were valued at £6,000, the liabilities where secured creditors were £10,000 and unsecured creditors amounted to £7,000. There was an argument on behalf, it was argued on behalf of the unsecured creditors that the Solomon Company Limited is not independent, though it is registered, but the Solomon was trading on with the shoes and boots, and the Solomon and the company both are the same, and the Solomon should pay us the debts. This was argued by the unsecured creditors. But the House of Lords applied the concept of separate legal entity and has made it clear that no, the Solomon and the Solomon Company Limited are both different and distinct personalities. They are both distinct entities. Therefore, they could not be regarded as the same, and the contentions or the arguments which were put forward by the unsecured creditors were not fulfilled, and the separate legal entity concept came into play. In the case of Lee versus Lee Air Farming Company Limited, what happened was Mr. Lee incorporated a company which was named as Lee Air Farming Company Limited. There were 3,000 shares in total, out of which 2,999 shares were held by Mr. Lee. That is, all the shares except one was held by Mr. Lee. Also, Mr. Lee was the sole director of the company and he was the chief pilot of the company. Okay. Later on, Mr. Lee died at a workplace. At a plane crash, he died. And on the death of Mr. Lee, Mrs. Lee, that is his wife, went on to the New Zealand High Court to claim compensation under the Workmen Compensation Scheme of New Zealand. Now the company, that is the Lee Air Farming Company Limited, the company had a tie-up with an insurance company. Okay, because he got all his employed insured under the insurance company, and in case of any death or any accident, the insurance company was supposed to pay the claim to the respective employee, depending upon the facts and circumstances of the case. So when this case of Mrs. Lee claiming compensation against the death of Mr. Lee went to the insurance company, the insurance company argued that Mr. Lee cannot be held as the employee of the company because Mr. Lee was the sole director of the company, Mr. Lee was the chief pilot, and he held mostly all the shares of the company. So Mr. Lee and the company both are the same according to the insurance company, and there was no difference between Mr. Lee and Lee Air Farming Company Limited. The New Zealand court did not agree to the argument which were made by the insurance company. Instead, the New Zealand court applied the concept of separate legal entity and has made it clear that since Mr. Lee was receiving salary against his work and Mr. Lee was covered under the definition of workman under the Workmen Compensation Scheme of New Zealand, the insurance company is bound to compensate the wife. The insurance company was held liable and the insurance company was bound to pay the reasonable compensation to Mrs. Lee against the death of Mr. Lee. Also, there is a case of McCure versus Northern Assurance Company Limited. In this case, it is very well settled that no shareholder will have a right over the property which is owned by the company. Okay, again the whole principle of separate legal entity comes into play, that a company being a juristic, corporate or legal personality having a separate legal entity has full right and is fully competent to hold upon its own property with its own name. The company can enjoy the rights over its own property, can transfer or dispose of its property. Alright. No shareholder can claim upon the rights over the property which are owned by the company. Alright. So I guess with these cases and explanation, I was able to deliver some portion of my knowledge to you. And I'm always open for suggestions. Please let me know if any. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay connected.